Peace and blessings. I see my family starting to trickle in. It'll be a quick video. Just came across some information I wanted to share with you, brothers and sisters. It won't be long. See y'all coming in. As you come in, you already know what the deal is. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Welcome to another brief edition of Maccabees TV. It's your brother Priest Dan, Lives of Israel. Back here. See how my family's doing. Peace and blessings to you all. As you come in the house, you already know the drill. Hit the like button, like, share, etc., etc. Just a quick check-in with my family. I did the drive home yesterday, but I didn't keep the video up on the channel. So I'm just going to do a quick video right now, real quick. Peace and blessings to everybody that's in the house. If I could be heard, I want y'all to hit the one. Hit the number one. Let me know I could be heard. I sound good. Always want to check my audio first before I begin. Sometimes you guys say you can't hear me, I'm buffering, etc., etc. So if I could be heard, please hit the number one button. Brenda Hill, thank you. Lizzie Lavards, thank you. Marsha, I got to call you tomorrow. I see you. Shalom to you, Anthony Scott. My sister, Heavenly 13, shalom to you. Welcome to another edition of Maccabees TV. It's your brother Priest Dan, Lives of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. So, man, I ain't gonna be long. I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. If y'all hit the like button, so forth and so on. The people that come in later, they can just catch up with the catch up, right? So, you brothers and sisters see the name of the video. Y'all might be asking, well, what's that? What is a chazz zone? What is a chop zone? And it says the test while you were distracted. So, brothers and sisters, if you've been watching this channel, and if you've just been in tune in general, you know that our good friend Bill Gates, anywhere where there's wickedness involved, he's there, or he's within the vicinity. We know this, right? Seattle, Washington, which is where Microsoft comes from, which is where Bill Gates comes from, a lot of tests, incubator tests for things that they're going to introduce to the public out of Washington State. I'm here to let you brothers and sisters know that. Okay. So you might be asking yourself, what is a chazz zone? What is a chop zone? If you've been paying attention, unless you've been living under a rock, you're hearing the cries from coast to coast. We must defund the police departments. That is now the cry across the country from coast to coast. Brothers and sisters, if they defund the police department, understand the military is right behind it. If they defund police departments, if they close down police departments, it's only to allow anarchy to take root so that you cry and say that you want a solution and they send in the military. Well, there's an incubator test going on right under many of our noses in Seattle, Washington. Some of us are aware of it, but most of us are not. So now if you're watching this video, you're going to be in the loop like I'm in the loop. We're going to be in the loop together, right? How many brothers and sisters are familiar with what's happening in Seattle, Washington right now? It's called the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. It's also known as the chazz zone. Another name for it is the Capitol Hill Occupy protest. It's going on in Seattle, Washington right now. Seattle, Washington is the home of Microsoft and Bill Gates. It's the headquarters for facial recognition and a whole bunch of other things that are being tested in that city that's eventually going to fan out, and it's going to be everywhere. Okay? So let's read and see what Capitol Hill Autonomous Zones is. And you need to pay attention to this because there's defund police movements across the board, from sea to shining sea. Even right here in New York, there's all this talk about defunding police, but there is an incubator test going on right now that a lot of people are not aware of. Okay, it is an occupation protest and self-declared autonomous zone in the Capitol Hill neighborhood of Seattle, Washington. The zone covers approximately 6 blocks in a park. It was established on June 8th, 2020 by George Floyd protesters. And the Seattle Police Department vacated its East Precinct building at Capitol Hill. So, y'all remember in Minnesota, you had the police department that vacated a police precinct that was eventually burned to the ground. Well, in Seattle, Washington, police vacated a precinct as well and gave it over to the protesters. This is not random people coming together doing this. This is staged. Local governance in the zone is decentralized with the goal of creating a neighborhood without police. So you have a 6 block area in Seattle, Washington, in a park where they have pulled out the police departments and they've allowed the people to take over the precinct, and they pull the police completely out of that neighborhood and allowing the people to govern themselves. Purported demands associated with the zone, including rent control, the reversal of gentrification, the the abolition of defunding of police, funding of community health, releasing prisoners serving time for marijuana related offenses, or resisting arrest with the expungement of their records, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the whole thing is to show people that if we pull the police out of these neighborhoods, everything is just going to be hunky dory. But that's not really the case. But as I'm going to show you in these videos, the mainstream media is giving you this perception as though if you pull the police out these neighborhoods, everything is going to be hunky dory. It's going to be everybody's going to get along. It's going to be all love. So there's no need for police. That's not what's going to happen in the cities. 100% not. But that's the perception that they're giving you, or the mainstream media is giving the people. So people jump on this thing about defunding police to pull the police departments out of the cities so that there's chaos so they can bring the military in. That's the ultimate goal. Pull the police out. There's going to be chaos in the inner cities, and then the people are going to ask for protection, and the government's going to bring in the military. That's what's going to happen. So let's watch this video right now. They're going to make it seem like everything is just wonderful in this area where they pull the police out. This is an incubator test. Check it out. 1 second. Hold on a second. 1 second, because I don't think I got to share my screen. 1 second. Make sure I share the audio. Okay, there we go. All right. Check it out, y'all.
Called Autonomous Zone, just days after Seattle police boarded up and abandoned the East Precinct.
The protesters insist everything is peaceful, but police say they are hearing about business owners facing extortion and intimidation. KOMO's Matt Markovich begins our team coverage. And Matt, have you seen what police are talking about there?
We haven't. We've been basically here during the day, but we have not seen what happens here at night. Also, this is one of the barricades that surrounds on the zone. It's made up of some of the police barricades that have been surrounding the East Precinct, and this is the East Precinct intersection at 12th and Pine right down there. And you can see about several hundred people are having speeches and talking about.
First thing that you need to notice, that's not us out there. That's not us, our people out there. This is an organized protest. You better believe there's the powers that be behind the scenes, George Soros, Antifa, et cetera, et cetera. They're the ones that's pushing this nonsense right here. That's not us out there. They're using the name Black Lives Matter, but look around on your screen. That's not us out there.
What's been going on for the past 12 days, we have not seen police anywhere, but we have seen some unusual things. That's Seattle Fire Chief Harold Scoggins, alone, trying to secure the garage entrance to the East Precinct. Don't know if there's been looting, but it's been abandoned by police. There are no officers that can be seen.
Since when do you know police officers to abandon a precinct? Y'all heard that in Minnesota. Here it is again in Seattle, Washington. They abandoned a whole precinct and allowed the people to take over a 6-block area where there's no police. Y'all don't think this is an experiment? Y'all think that they're just falling back because they're afraid of the protesters? Is that what you think?
Unusual that the fire chief is doing this by himself.
Well, we got a team. We're working through this, and there's some trust built, and I don't want to compromise the trust.
It's a dance of trust now being played out in a 6-block area surrounding the empty precinct, renamed the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
Like, you look around, it's peaceful. Everyone's chill.
Police say they're getting reports of armed people manning the checkpoints.
And while Washington is an open carry state, there is no legal right for those arms to be used to intimidate community members.
Operating a citizen checkpoint on a city street, says the SPD, is illegal.
We have heard anecdotally reports of citizens and businesses being asked to pay a fee to operate within this area. This is the crime of extortion.
But a protest co-leader says not so.
So yeah, definitely no extortion. No, definitely not. We've invited people to come in.
We did not see any extortion or intimidation or armed people, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Police say they want to negotiate with protest leaders to return officers to the precinct, but both police and protesters admit there are no leaders.
Everyone's stepping up and being a leader, and everyone taking initiative and not being complacent and watching out for each other.
But what's happening on Capitol Hill is having an effect citywide.
Right now, we are on priority calls only, which means that people citywide that need a police response are not receiving it.
So people that need a police response throughout Seattle, besides just this zone where they allow the people to take over, people citywide are not getting a police response. You pretty much on your own. This is, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this is being planned carefully, because they want the people to cry that they want protection so they can bring the military in. That's the point. That's the end game, whether you believe it or not. I'm not in the business of even trying to convince nobody. This is clear.
And that to us is just not acceptable.
There are hundreds of demonstrators here for what appears to be a teach-in. And many of these demonstrators tell me they're not going anywhere until changes are made.
This is the people's community. Right?
Count how many of our people are out there. This is all supposed to be going on for George Floyd. Look at the screen and tell me how many of our people are out there. I'm going to tell you who's out there. You have Black Trans Lives Matter. You have the so-called homosexual community and everybody else, because that's what's really the agenda that's being pushed. Not our people, not our rights. This is BS.
Right here.
All around the Seattle Police East Precinct, spray-painted signs that demonstrators have taken over. Seattle People Department, the property of the people, Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
It's not nothing aggressive or violent or nothing like that. We didn't come out here for any of that. All we wanted was what was equal and what was right.
Seattle Police Chief Carmen Best reopened Pine Street to the public Monday and had expected protesters to march through, but instead they stayed and have camped out for the past 2 nights. Protesters tell us they want a number of changes to defund SPD as part of the Black Lives Matter movement.
So the Black Lives Matter movement wants to defund the Seattle Police Department. They don't want no police. Understandable. The way the police be shooting our people down in the streets, understandable. But what's going to happen if there's no police? The crime is going to go through the roof, and then the people are going to be asking politicians for a solution. Problem, reaction, solution. The solution is going to be the military. It's going to be them white boys that in the military that don't like niggas. They're going to be on the streets, and they're going to be 10 times worse than the police officers that we already don't like. Understand what's going on. This is all planned, whether you can understand it or not. But this is clear.
Lives taken by police matter. All lives matters. Black Lives Matter, that's what those faces on the walls. Black lives killed by the police.
Some businesses and residents tell me off camera they're worried about the potential of an uprising without police around, but that hasn't happened.
A lot of mixed emotions, honestly, that's going on right now. Some people are happy with it, some people aren't.
Vivian Hua is with Northwest Film Forum, just doors away from the Seattle Police Department.
The community really seemed to be happy.
This is all about everybody else but us.
Who do an amazing job.
Not be returning to
1 second.
to bring members of law enforcement.
With Northwest Film Forum, just doors away from the Seattle Police Department.
The community really seemed to be happy that they were in a space without kind of antagonistic police presence or exchanges.
It's a long time coming.
Christopher Dara lives nearby. He says the entire experience is one worth learning from.
I was up here last night and there was people having teach-ins and talks, political discussions.
It just seems, if you can watch the news and you watch what's going on, it just seems like it's everybody but our people. Everybody's talking to the media. Everybody got something to say but our people. Every now and then they'll have a token black person give an interview, but this movement has been hijacked because it never was about us to begin with. We're always used as the face of the movement, but this is to push another agenda, and our people just don't see it. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. 1 second. Stop sharing for 1 second. 1 second. Come on, family. Hit the like button. Come on. Let's like this. Thumb it up. Thumb it up. Let's go. Let's like it. Let's like the video. Let's go, man. All right. Show y'all one more real quick, and then I'm going to go. I just wanted to show y'all that. This is going on right now. This is going on right now. And a lot of people don't even know what's going on because they're so distracted. This is a planned thing. In Washington State, Seattle, Washington, to be specific, is the incubator test for this whole movement of not having police on the streets. They're testing it out over there, making it seem like it's one big party, like it's Woodstock. It's one big party. Everybody's getting along. There's no crime. Everybody's hand in hand, loving each other. And other cities are going to follow behind. Like, well, see, if it worked for them, it could work for us. And they're going to pull back the police, defund the police, and allow chaos to ensue. And then they're going to bring in that military. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let's go. So the people gathered together and declared itself a self-governing, independent nation after the police department vacated their East Precinct. They called it the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or chazz. A lot of y'all, before you saw this video, were not aware that this was even going on. Newly formed country. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something because it's not this video, right? They have their own 6-block area that they're supposed to be autonomous, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something because I did not save the video because I kind of am winging this as I'm going along. Don't you know that they ran out of food and water? They ran out of food and water. They're supposed to be an autonomous zone, no police, no nothing. They ran out of food and water and had to call Domino's to bring them some damn food. That shows you how BS this thing is. Let's go. There it is right there. Essential items like water and granola bars are free, as is rent. Bathroom facilities are limited to several porta potties, while showers appear to be non-existent. There's nothing different between this and Skid Row in LA, where you have all the tent city and Skid Row in LA. It's really not no different.
Huh. I can build the website, but I'd rather focus on this really hard problem. And anybody who's interested in networking,
Where's our people at? That's the abandoned police station. Y'all see who's out there? One Jake, right on the left. One Jake. Look around. If you listen to the mainstream media, they make it seem like we're the ones out there doing all of this, but look around. Look around. You're hard pressed to find a black face in the audience at all. Hard pressed. Look. But all this is being blamed on you. You're out rioting. You're out shutting down blocks. You're out doing this. You're out doing that. But look around. Where you at? This is all supposed to be for Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, blah, blah, blah. Where? Hey, man. I just wanted to show you, brothers and sisters, that I'm not going to prolong this live. I don't want to be real long, but I just wanted to show you, brothers and sisters, that, you know what I'm saying, this whole thing is BS. This whole defund police department stuff, y'all think that that's really for y'all? That's not for y'all. That's for these anarchists. That's not for you. These movements are not for you. That's why they had almost 100,000 people in Brooklyn on Sunday. That wasn't for you. George Floyd was only used as the face to bring attention. Once the attention in the media was there, you no longer are the priorities to everybody else and their issues. It's never you. The civil rights movement, who has benefited from that, not you. Understand? Lizzie Loves Art says Capitol Hill is white. Hey, powerful. I'm not from Seattle, so I'll take your word for that. I'll take your word for that. I just wanted you brothers and sisters to see that. This whole defund police department and everything like that, it's being blamed on you, but you're not the ones, the puppet master that's pushing that behind the scenes is those people. I just wanted y'all to see that and understand when you see the military patrolling your streets, it's because of these people. It's because of these people. These are the same people that have riots when they win World Series, when they win the Stanley Cup, when their college wins the damn college championship. This is the same people that be rioting and looting during those times. It's them, not us. Not us. Never was us. Respect, Lizzie, you're from Seattle. Respect. I respect it. That's why I said, you know what I'm saying, you're from there, so I respect your, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying. It's just not about us. Never was. Understand? So I just wanted to show you, brothers and sisters, that is all. Brother Priest Dan, Lions of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. Don't get caught up in this whole defund police thing. I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with you. They're not marching for you. They're saying they're marching for you, but it ain't for you. It's for them and their agenda. And once they get what they want, you're going to get pushed to the back like you always do. You heard? I hope so. Like the video. Share the video. Show your brother some love. Right. Black Lives Matter wants to dismantle the family structure, especially our family structure of our nation. Hey, man. I don't know what else to tell you. This is a quick video. I just want to show y'all what was going on because the media is not going to show y'all that. Most of y'all have never seen that before. Now do your own research about what's going on in Seattle. I say, shalom. Hit the like button. Peace.